Anthony Dasher, and then go to Jordan Hill.
Okay, Coach, obviously, I guess the story of this game was just couldn't find the shots, especially later. There in the second half, 2 of 18 from three, but just overall, just kind of what was happening there. Was that ultimately, in your opinion, what kind of cost you this game?
Ole Miss's defense. It was biggest factor in the game, just their attention to detail, their switchability, and their detail with their switching, their physicality 1 through 5. We played half the game with guards guarding our bigs and just didn't do a good enough job taking advantage, of those mismatches. Credit those guys. Played really hard. They contested every cut, every bounce. They just defended at a really high level. That said, we had some open ones that have to go if you're going to be competitive on the road. Um, 5 assists to 15 turnovers. We've struggled with it a little bit. We're better than that, but 2 of 18 from three is not who we are. We'll shoot it better than that. Great defensive performance by Ole Miss. They played really, really hungry defensively. Um, Offensively, I thought they hit some daggers, late clock, that were definitely a difference in the outcome. I liked our response, Dash. We're down 14. We cut it to 2 on the road. Did a lot of good things. I mean, we played really hard, defended at a really high level, hold these guys at 63. They're a talented team. They can score in a lot of different ways. And we did enough there. We just got to be better offensively.
Mike, going to the way the second half started, I think Ole Miss had 18 of the first 22. I mean, what were you just seeing in that stretch where it seemed like they were able to kind of take this one over?
And we have got to go back and look at it closely on film, Jordan. But playing with confidence, they hit a couple top of the key threes, a couple late clock threes. I know Jalen Murray hit a really tough off the glass left elbow jumper as the shot clock was winding down, and they just made plays. They made offensive plays early second half, and they made us defend for long stretches and converted after some of those long possessions. We had a couple open ones that didn't go, and before you know it, we're down double figures.
Go to Connor Riley.
Yeah, Mike, with how deep this league is and your next game at home against Kentucky, how important is it going to be to win your home games in this league with the schedule you have to play?
We're just going to be focused on preparing for them and playing the best we can play. It's not as much about results with this team we've got. We're building. We're very young. Um, we're a team that doesn't have a ton of winning experience, and so for us, it's about preparation. It's about the first 4 minutes of that game, that first round, and the second round. That said, obviously, big picture, you got to win. You got to win some at home. You got to win some on the road too. But we expect a big crowd, and our guys will be jacked up, to play a really good team, another really good team. And how unique is it that we'll be saying that for 18 straight? It's an incredible gauntlet ahead for us, but we're going to be competitive, and we're going to win our share, and we're eager to get home and start prepping for the next one.
Next, go to Aaron Ladd.
12 minutes for Cyril tonight. What was that just scheme or was it something specific that you saw?
No, he struggled a little bit defensively, and this team's a little unique. Ole Miss is with their ability to play five guys that face you. That when they play at Brayfield at the 4 and Brayfield even at the 5, it just presents some problems. And it's not sometimes with our front court, it's not as much about the guy that didn't play as much as maybe other people thought he should have or could have played. It's about trying to get someone else in, when you're kind of searching a little bit. Justin Abson absorbed some of those minutes. I thought he did some really good things defensively and offensively. Ball moved a little bit better when he was in. Dylan probably could have played a couple more minutes. Just rounding out the front court, Asa Newell gets us to respectable offensively, and arguably our worst offensive performance against a team that really defended at a high level. But Asa, thank goodness, gets 10 offensive rebounds. I thought he played with a lot of heart.
And we'll wrap up questions for Mike with Jack Leo.
Yeah, curious as well, just to build off that Asa had talked about yesterday, like this is going to be probably the toughest environment he's played in yet. What'd you say about how he stepped in and just kind of just kept going immediately almost?
Yeah, I mean, he defended pretty well. He was flying around. He played 30 minutes, 10 offensive rebounds. I mean, it just jumps off the the page there as I'm looking at it. He did a lot of good things, and he's a guy that brings it every day, and he'll continue to do so and continue to get better.